Wake Up 90s. The star of the show tonight is a man with powerful ideas. He's coming with his newborn baby. With you, Salinas de Gortari. But besides bringing an economist and to make more interesting this chapter, it's also here the singer of the moment. Shake your feet. With you, Jenny Rivera.
Hi, hello everyone.
Well, to define the word economist, there's a wide blank vocabulary. Some people said that an economist is a trained professional paid for guessing about economy. Sir Salinas, I would like to know, how would you define your work?
Well, some people do not know what an economist means, but I consider an economist to be a person who tries to get your life to be better.
Okay.
Well, also the economy is an important part to get a country in order.
I saw, Miss Jenny, that you informed yourself about the topic. That's
Yes.
impressive.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Well, both of you were selected because of your complex knowledge about economy. I would like to prove that introducing the question, what do you think about privatization? How does it come all this?
Well,
Wait. Really, is that your attempt to look more interesting?
well, I consider privatization to be a great way to benefit the local market. Getting big enterprises to be part of the private sector really enhances the freedom of market.
Well, you know that privatization is a complex topic, but how would you define this to the people?
Well, at first it started as a part-state promulgation, entities in which enterprises were classified as centralized, and the principal state enterprises were classified as either priority and no priority.
Well, but this initiative was changed because of a decision to reorganize the process of privatization, right?
Yes, that was the idea, and it didn't work. On the new privatization model, there was 4 important stages to take into account. First, the liquidation. Then, it's the mergers, followed by transfers to state government, and to finally the sales themselves.
Well, in a rigorous way, the privatization is equal to the sale, right? And because of that, at first, the non-priority enterprises are the ones that were privatized. But later, a lot of institutions of both sides were privatized.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, did you hear that? Aren't you shocked? Now, I would like to ask you, what enterprises are the most important to be privatized?
Definitely the banks. They are a mess. This economist only gave us more and more debt because of their non-existent experience in management.
Okay, but couldn't this cause a loss on the current governments or future ones?
Of course, I calculate 3 times the loss of the money invested in privatizing this sector.
Well, I thought about the privatization of the railway because it's impossible to privatize a monopoly because those ones are going to have big privileges.
Yeah, and how does it going to take this opportunity because Carlos is leaving Telmex? I don't know. To finish this controversial topic, I would like to ask you, what are the main objectives of privatization? Were they fulfilled? Yes, no, could be, I don't know.
Well, for this point, let's talk about the objectives of the program. They wanted to strengthen the public finances distribute the scarce resources equally throughout all the areas that need them, delete expenses that are not justifiable in any way, and promote the productivity of the economy, giving part of this tax to the private sector, and improve the efficiency of the public sector, reducing the size of this one.
Well, the first objectives were hardly achieved because of the massive debt that exists on the more efficient goal. It's difficult to get an objective judgment because of the different points of views by the government of Rafael Laporta in 1993. And also, he assumed that the works those items, but they are proven to provide other data, like the privatization of the banks that was really inefficient.
Well, I don't know what you think, but this chapter is now turning interesting. But now it's time for a commercial break. I can affirm that it's going to refresh your mind.
Países se reúnen y hablan un lenguaje que no necesita palabras.
No hay nada igual al mundo viviendo la emoción. Es sentir de verdad, la sensación no la puedes frenar. Mil sueños que son realidad, voces que quieren gritar. Es fascinante, emocionante, sentir al mundo pleno de amistad. Y no hay nada igual.
Para aquellos que sueñan con la gloria y para quienes los apoyan, nosotros en Coca-Cola les deseamos un mundial espectacular, sentimientos y emociones que millones compartirán.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this chapter. It's time for another topic. So, Salinas, what can you tell us about the TLCAN? Because you know it's now a topic that is everywhere.
Well, the TLCAN was an initiative to promote the general growth of the country, like distribution of the incomes and to gain power.
Well, these goals also were achieved by using this treaty between USA, Canada, and Mexico. And also, this treaty made North America the biggest free market zone around the world.
Okay, there are some people saying that this treaty is affecting the actual Mexican crisis, and also that it's affecting the Mexican coin devaluation. Is that true?
Well,
Of course not. This devaluation is part of the chaotic situation with the current government. It has nothing to do with the TLCAN.
Okay, but we didn't see an increase in salaries or a same salary for American people in 1 year. Do you think this could be achievable on the future?
Yeah, I really think that in the future this is going to be an economic skill that will really change Mexico.
And what do you think about migration in Mexico? Because you know the actual President George Bush already put a wall of 600 kilometers on the border between Mexico and United States.
well, if you ask me, I think it's a nonsense because it's counterproductive. They're investing on a big wall to get Mexican people out of their country, but they are constantly consuming our products because of the new TLCAN.
Yes, Jenny, but did you know that 3 out of 10 Mexicans arrive to United States for looking for work, and only 6 out of 10 could work?
Yes, but the TLCAN has tried to reduce the migration percentage, and it's impossible to change something of this magnitude in only 1 year.
So it's more or less than 90%.
Well, I have faith, but I am not convinced. You know, Mexico has had many economic problems. The truth is that the United States look quite tempting right now. You know, especially because we live with the American dream. More money on our pocket and a better lifestyle in general, and knowing this, migration sounds tentative, so TLCAN can have a big part to fill it.
I would like to hear especially you, Jenny. What do you think is the most important or problematic thing of the TLCAN?
Well, I think in some cases, some sectors can be affected by international competition, and this could contribute to the unemployment rate. This also could affect the local production and distribution. And this also has helped the speed up of the agropecuarian sector. And I think this increased the outcomes and incomes of this specific group.
True. It is not as if there's something called pollution that could increase because of this speed up. I think it's enough of talking about the cons. I would like to hear more about the pros. Salinas, what do you think are the pros of the TLCAN?
Well, it contributes to the access to broader markets, to the competitiveness and access to a greater diversity of products and services, the elimination of trade conditions, as well as barriers in the technological exchange. And well, it is a very good way to improve Mexico and to get a better lifestyle. But from what I hear from you, I can perceive you are not very convinced about this.
What can I say? I'm a very visual woman. I need evidence to believe with. So Jenny, you know this treaty is especially focused on economy. How do you think this could affect your job?
Well, in general, my job needs good economic stability, since everyone that is listening needs money to be consumed. And in order to tour around the USA and in order to sell merchandise in the USA, the TLCAN creates the opportunity for it.
With this last question, we get to the end of the program. I know, it's sad. And to say goodbye, we will play La Chacalosa, the new single of Jenny Rivera. And remember, do not miss the next episode, How to Survive to the Crisis of 1995.
Me buscan por chacalosa, soy hija de un traficante. Conozco bien las movidas, me crié entre la mafia grande de la mejor mercancía. Me enseñó a vender mi padre. Cuando cumplí los 15 años no me hicieron quinceañera. Me heredaron un negocio que buen billete me diera, celular y también viper para que todo atendiera. Los amigos de mi padre me enseñaron a tirar. Me querían bien preparada, soy primera al disparar las cachas de mi pistola.
Tres.
Constantly consuming our products because of the TLCAN.
Yes, Jenny, but did you know that in 1995, 3 out of 10 Mexicans went to the United States with the intention of working, while 6 out of 10 did.
No, eso soy yo.
No sé, es que...
Tres.
And what do you think about migration?
In Mexico.
Yeah.